Hey, I wanted to follow up on my video yesterday. There's been something about it that's been grieving me since I posted it. I feel grieved that maybe I didn't really paint an accurate picture of what I wanted to say. I heard a quote recently from a book I read that I really recommend. It's called We Are the Luckiest, and it's about a woman in recovery. It's called We Are the Luckiest. And towards the end of the book, she talks about, her name's Laura, she talks about how we don't have to die on the sword for everything all at once. Meaning when we get sober, we're not going to be able to clean up everything all at once. We can't. And in that space of not being able to clean up everything all at once, there is room for shame and regret and frustration, because we have to walk in the mess or messes we created. And for me, shame enters that space sometimes too quickly and stays for longer than I would like. Meaning, I get anxiety or depression based on things that I'm just not able to clean up. And so what we have to do is create space inside of ourselves, meaningful space inside of ourselves for healing, meaningful space to forgive ourselves. There's the 12 steps. Celebrate recovery, just relationship with God. The amends process is super important, saying sorry to people. But we also have to say sorry to ourselves, because I don't think any of us ever woke up in the morning and said, I want to abuse alcohol, or I want to be an alcoholic, or I want to abuse heroin, or I want to be a heroin addict. Pretty sure most of us didn't say that. But in the dysfunction of our lives, we get trapped in the mud, barely living or breathing. And as we get out of the mud through recovery, there has to be space to keep moving while we're not able to deal with all the things we need to deal with. I think what grieved me is I talked a lot about money and parking tickets and messes like that. And those are super important and a function of living free. But really, freedom is going to become from forgiving ourselves, from abandoning shame for a sense of love and trust in the process. Shame is never going to deliver us to any desirable end. Just love can do that. Forgiveness can do that. And we can forgive people and apologize to everyone in the world for our behaviors, but at the end of the day, if we haven't meaningfully forgiven ourselves, then I'm not sure there's really any other place to go. And so as I go forward, my intention is to work on that forgiveness process, work on that healing process, so that I can be healed and I can experience healing in a more meaningful way, which will in turn allow me to help with others, to work with others in their healing. So I think it's all about today. As I meditated about creating space inside of me. Creating space by abandoning judgment, by abandoning shame, by abandoning expectations, by abandoning striving. I kind of want to stop at that striving too, because I'm afraid that we get stuck in striving mode, striving to be better, I want to be better, I want to be better, I want to do all the good. I want everyone to like me. I want everyone to forget who I was. I want everyone to just see me now. Except the problem is if I don't see myself differently, they're not going to be able to see me now either. Striving for some kind of perfection, striving for healing, it becomes super exhausting. So today my meditation and intention is to create space in myself for breathing, for healing, and for forgiveness. Today I intend to not strive, but to be present in all of the things that I'm doing. Today I intend to not judge experiences, rather I intend to just let them be. And then also I intend to take care of the things that I need to take care of. Things that I have an obligation to. So that when I wake up tomorrow, I'm not worried about what I didn't do today. So that when I wake up tomorrow, I'm free. So today as you breathe, I encourage you to just create a delightful space for what you need to heal and what you need to forgive yourself. Pray that you would find freedom, a greater freedom, a freedom that brings peacefulness with it, something that maybe you've never felt before. I pray today that you're delighted and encouraged to keep going forward.